Guys, it's Intuitive 144, $40 for a picture reading, $72 for a 30-minute reading, $144 for an hour. I am a psychic medium. I look at people, blah, 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 right? I speak to spirits, all right? So I meditated on this woman's energy. I'm going to title this video An Enslaved Woman with Her Owner's Child. I don't know. I'll figure it out later, right? But I meditated on this lady's energy, and this is what I have. Okay, so everything that I'm reading is what I spoken to my recorder. Obviously, during during a meditation session, I cannot like open my eyes, right? I gotta close my eyes to see things. Let's begin. So Spirit said she was the owner's favorite mammy. Now, I know that's a derogatory term, but whether I call her mammy, maid, nanny, there's always going to be that one person that's going to take it the wrong way. And that's what Spirit said. And realistically, right? Logically, whatever. Back then, that's what they were called. It's not okay, but I'm just repeating what Spirit told me, okay? All right. Anyways, so as this vision starts changing, it's changing fast but slow at the same time, right? They kept allowing me to feel like she could have had children of her own. Now, while I was feeling that, I started to feel a little disconnected between her kids. So maybe they weren't with her physically, maybe they weren't on the same plantation as her. It's just something with her not being able to see her kids like she was able to see and take care of her owner's kids, right? And I don't feel like they passed. They just had me feeling like they were separated. All right. So as the vision changed, they allowed me to feel and see that this enslaved woman was the overseer. So she could have been the one to make sure everyone is okay, on the plantation. She could have been the one to make sure everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. She could have been the one to wake everybody up. She could have been the one that usually gives bedtime stories at night, but they keep showing me a vision of the owner ripping her away from the rest of the enslaved Africans that were, would sleep together, right? They showed me a vision of him just ripping her away, okay? And not bringing her back, but it just feels like her job was a full-time job. I mean, taking care of kids is a full-time job, right? But anyways, so as we transition into the owner taking her and putting her into his house, Spirit said she slept in the back of the house or sometimes the floor next to the kids. Okay, now the song by Whitney Houston played in my head called It's Not Right, But It's Okay. All right, so obviously, with that song where she's like, it's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. It just lets me know that maybe she could have been cold in the back of the house, or maybe who would feel comfortable sleeping on the floor, right? But it just feels like she just dealt with it because she had to, and she didn't complain because maybe she knew in the end, energetically and futuristically, I know it's probably not a word, right? But futuristically, that it would be okay eventually, okay? And we'll go a little bit more into depth with that later, okay? And I just want to say, obviously, no one is going to be okay with those circumstances, right? Absolutely nobody. But I'm just telling you what I'm picking up on, okay? She was extremely unhappy, and there was something with her unforgiving or being unforgiving towards the owner. However, she never took it out on the kids. In the vision, they showed me she never took it out on the kids. Very professional, okay? Then I heard a voice say, babies are innocent, excuse me. So maybe, I don't want to sit here and lie and say, oh, that was her speaking. I don't know. It did have like a distinct voice to it. So it could have been her, could have not have been her. Sometimes spirits will speak for the person, but they're just letting me know that she felt like babies are innocent, and how she felt about the owner had nothing to do with the kids, okay? Which is great because a lot of people don't think that way, all right? Now, transitioning out of that vision, I heard a voice say, I may not know how to count, but I know God. And then they show me a vision of the woman, you know, sitting on like this rocking chair. All right. So it was the enslaved woman saying, I may not know how to count, but I know God. Okay. She kept saying that over and over. All right. So it's just injustice energy, obviously. Right. All right. And in this vision, they show me a vision of her. So in the vision, they show me her getting ready, getting the kids ready for bed. And she can almost feel like intuitively that after she gets the kids ready for bed, she's either A, going to get cursed out, B, going to get hit, or C, she's not going to be able to eat. Okay. It was one, sometimes all energetically is what I'm picking up on, right? But it just feels like towards the ending of her shift, I just have to put it like that, right? It wasn't really like a, you know how when you know, your shift is about to end, you're like, yes, I'm about to go home, watch Judge Judy. No, for her, she's like, okay, once the owner comes in, once these kids are sleeping, I'm going to get beat, cursed out, and I'm probably not going to be able to eat. And I'm probably not even going to be able to sleep because I would, you know, my head is going to hurt from getting hit, right? All right. Now, I do want to say, although she felt like the babies were innocent, I heard a voice say she despised them. All right, or not despises because she's passed, but she despised them. Okay, and I'm talking funny because of my bottom retainer. But anyways, I'm picking up on she despised them because of her. It's something with her having to do it. Like the energy that I receive from it is, you know how, you know, when you're getting ready to do the dishes, let's say you walk into the kitchen, right? And then your mom's like, do them damn dishes. It kind of makes you not want to do the dishes because it's like, I was getting ready to do them, but now that you told me to do it, I don't want to do it. Like, it's a controlling thing, you know? And for her, it just felt like because she had to do it, she hated it. You know, she hated it, okay? Now, I don't feel like she mistreated them once again, but it's something with her just doing her job and nothing more. Like for me, you know, I'm a CNA and I don't go above and beyond. No. I'm, you know how people, you know, 1 to 10, they do 13. No, I do 9.5. I may not even give it a 10 because they're not paying, like, no. And I remember when I used to work at Dollar General, honey, they had a rat problem, right? And so my general manager was like, can you sweep up the rat, the rat feces? And I said, absolutely not. I didn't get paid. I'm a cashier. I'm a cashier register. I didn't get paid to sweep. Like, no. She wanted me to mop it, and I told her no. You know, she didn't like me ever since. Who cares, you know? But no, I'm not. That's not what I signed up for. And so for her, you know, when I say this, I'm saying I don't feel like this woman would tell her owner no. Like, no, I'm not going to do this for them. No, I'm not going to do that. But it just doesn't feel like. It just feels like she didn't do more than necessary. All right. I don't feel like she spoke life into the little girls. I don't feel like she read them a bedtime story. Probably could or could not read back then or make up a bedtime story. I don't feel like she, you know, rubbed their bellies if they complained about their stomach hurting. I don't feel like she complimented them. I just feel like she just did her job. Nothing more and nothing less, okay? Then Spirit showed me a vision of the owner's wife being nice to the enslaved woman, but whenever the owner would come home or be nearby, the enslaved woman energy would change. Now, I opened my eyes for about 3 minutes because it was just, you know, it's just kind of heavy, whatever. Not whatever, but I'm just like, just in a mood right now. And I got to fucking continue because my hair and you know, faces, just hate it here. But, you know, so I closed my eyes. Then I opened them again. Something said, look at the picture before you close your eyes again. So I go on my phone and I'm staring at her picture because you guys know I have to stare at a person to receive information, right? And so I lay back down and they show me a vision of her rocking one of the owner's kids in a rocking chair. And she is saying to herself, someday this will all be over. Someday this will all be over. All right. Then transferring out of that message, Spirit said disdain / owner. Now, sometimes spirits don't speak in a human way, and I have to be the one to dissect what they mean, right? But I'm pretty sure what they meant by this is she absolutely hated her owner, which I understand, right? It just doesn't feel like he ever treated her right. It was always something with him. It was always something negative with him. And they keep allowing me to feel like she has had moments where she's even thought about unaliving him because of how he treated her, but fear but fear crept in more than anger, or let's say she was like, you know what, I'm at a level 10 with getting ready to kill him. Fear was a level 20. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it was something with, it was kind of like fear was kind of protecting her and her people. Then Spirit said, no, that was just common sense. It wouldn't have ended well for anybody. All right. Because they are allowing me to feel like if she were to do that, then they would, you know, retaliate against the other enslaved Africans. Okay. All right. Now, transferring out of that vision, they kept allowing me to feel like she is pottery clay, like she's clay. You know, let's say you're at a pottery class. It kept allowing me to feel like she's that clay where it's really hard to mold and break apart because it's so sturdy. I don't know the word. It's so hard. I don't know, something like that, right? So to me, this means her energy is hardened and she has stern energy. And I genuinely don't feel like she ever wanted to be there or ever wanted to do that job, and I absolutely get it. All right, $40 for a picture reading, $72 for a 30-minute reading, $144 for an hour session. I got cursed out, so my energy was just like literally 10 minutes ago. I got cursed the fuck out, as always, right? So my energy's just so off. And I was getting ready to, you know, hang it up flat screen. But I said, no, keep pushing because I don't feel like doing my hair and makeup tomorrow. $40 for a picture reading, $72 for a 30-minute reading, $144 for an hour. Thank you.